Well, Time magazine named President Barack Obama their much anticipated Person of the Year for 2012, but it was another world leader who snagged the #1 spot in Time's reader poll with 5.6 million votes. And here to tell us who it is, Nadia Bilchik. Good morning. All right, so spill it.
Well, he's the world's youngest leader. He was appointed by his father. He's none other than the leader of North Korea, Kim Jong-un.
Wow. So, okay, so he's pretty controversial. How did he win out against all these other people in a reader poll?
Well, Time magazine itself will tell you that it's not a very scientific poll, but he won over Aung San Suu Kyi, President Barack Obama, and in fact, he even won over Jon Stewart. Jon Stewart is only second, but I think there was a bit of humor in the vote.
Yeah, and speaking of humor, The Onion named Kim Jong-un the sexiest man alive. I mean, we've all seen him. We all know that's not the truth. But the poll was obviously meant as a joke. But is it true that the Chinese government apparently they thought that it was real and they reported it?
But remember, China is North Korea's greatest ally and supporter, so China does see him as sexy.
So why the fascination with him?
Well, again, the third in the Kim dynasty, his grandfather was the founder of North Korea. We never saw a photograph of Kim Jong-un until recently when his father named him as his successor. Not a single photograph. He went to Switzerland. He went to the school in Bern, where he went under pseudonym. Nobody ever knew who exactly he was. And believe it or not, he's an NBA and Nike fan. And I find it quite fascinating that I have heard he does his own buzz cuts, which have become very popular in North Korea.
Yeah, okay, that's good to know. Listen, so we know he had some big shoes to fill, certainly taking over for his father. I remember the thousands of North Koreans lining the streets of Pyongyang at the funeral. But now, you know, he's had this rocket launch. I mean, that was a success. Does that change things for him? I mean, how is he viewed?
Certainly internally it does. In April, there was a failed launch. So the fact that this one was a success is terribly important internally. And in terms of propaganda in North Korea, it's seen as a great win for him. Of course, the world has condemned it. Governor Bill Richardson said launch is a cover for testing ballistic missile technology, and it's a violation or potentially a violation of the United Nations in terms of what is perceived. But for him and the way North Koreans perceive him, great success.
I wonder if he's celebrating that he was tops in the reader poll.
Well, what's very interesting is he's very similar in policy to his father, but so different in personality. You see him out and about. You see him introducing the country to his wife, who is pregnant. And you will be interested to know that he has now allowed women to ride bikes in Pyongyang.
Good for him. That's great.
Also, recently, North Korea said that they have the only unicorn lair in the world.
Okay, I don't even know why we know that, but that's good to know. Nadia, thank you.
A strange country, a strange man.
No doubt.